Takada. I was in izakaya after work like usual.
Welcome. Oh, Haruki-san.
Good evening. Good evening, Hiroko-san. I sat on my usual seat on the counter, and the waitress, Ito Hiroko-san, greeted me with a smile. I have a crush on her. We met about half a month ago. I was a mess back then. Half a year earlier, I came to this izakaya by chance. My girlfriend broke up with me and I felt depressed, so I decided to go drinking. I came to the izakaya after already drinking at another store, which is why I was already pretty drunk when I entered.
Are you alright, sir? Have some water.
Thank you.
You look depressed. Did something happen? You can talk to me about it if you like.
I was moved at how kindly she treated me even though we just met. And before I knew it, I was telling her about how my girlfriend broke up with me. This is what she said to me then.
I'm sure there's someone better out there for you. What your girlfriend did was such a waste.
I was saved by those words back then. Ever since, I've been going to this izakaya regularly, and I started growing more and more fond of Hiroko-san, as she was always so kind to me. The owner and his wife were good people as well, and I came to like the izakaya itself.
Is there someone you like, Haruki-san?
Me?
I was just curious.
Why'd she ask me this? Could it be that she... Hiroko-san always smiles whenever I come and talk about her private life. She also gives me free drinks sometimes saying, "Don't tell the owner, okay?" That's why asked me not to get my hopes up considering how she often looks at me while blushing is impossible. What should I do? I like her so much that my heart is starting to pound. One day, work finished faster than usual, so I ended up arriving at the izakaya before it opened. I try to pass the time by going here and there, but it looks like I'm still too early. Oh, phone call. I got a phone call, so I decided to go to the back of the izakaya where there weren't much people and answered it there.
I'm having a lot of trouble recently.
This voice is Hiroko-san? That's when I saw Hiroko-san talking to one of the other waitresses. Wow, what a coincidence. She said that she's having a lot of trouble recently, right? I wonder what it could be. I got worried, which is why I decided to listen in on their conversation.
It's that guy who comes every day, right? Yeah, his name is Haruyuki. He definitely has a crush on me. He's like a dog who comes every day with his tail wagging.
What?
It's starting to get kind of gross. But if I make sure he stays a fan of mine, he'll follow me for the rest of his life, right? That's why I decided to make him one of my, many servants. Calling them your servants. So mean. It's true, though. They'll do whatever I say.
She's talking about me, right? I was so shocked that I forgot to call back the call I missed and just stood there. To think that Hiroko-san thought of me that way. She was making fun of me with another waitress. I thought that she was a kind angel. Now that I knew the truth, I didn't feel like going to the izakaya anymore. I went home shuffling my feet. Another phone call. I got another phone call from the same number as earlier, so I half-heartedly answered it. Hello? The person who called me was my colleague, Yugo Fujita.
What's the matter, Haruyuki? You sound like you're about to cry.
My heart is a cracked ball of glass.
Sounds like you just went through something.
I told Yugo the horrible truth about Hiroko-san that I just found out earlier, while crying.
What is that? I can't believe that woman.
Yugo got mad at Hiroko-san for me. I was able to calm down a bit after talking to Yugo about what had happened. still can't get over it though.
Good morning, Haruyuki.
Hi, Yugo. Thanks for talking to me yesterday. I was walking in the office while shuffling my feet again, and so Yugo got worried and came to talk to me.
You look down. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm still shocked about what happened yesterday though.
It must have been hard.
And then Yugo told me this after looking at me for a few seconds.
Hey, Haruyuki. Why don't you come to a singles party with me to forget about that woman?
A singles party?
I didn't know that there was a person you liked. The reason I called you in the first place yesterday was so I can invite you to a singles party.
I'll pass. I don't want to fall in love with someone again. Being said those things by Hiroko-san was a huge shock for me, which is why I politely turned down Yugo's offer. But
I want you to come.
Yugo, but
If you keep avoiding women like that, you'll end up disliking them completely. You're starting to distrust them, aren't you?
He was right. At this rate, I feel like I'm not just going to not want to be in a relationship anymore, but end up disliking women in general.
Not just that, but my sister's saying that she wants to meet you.
Mami-chan, right? That's how I remember that Yugo's little sister, Mami-chan, goes to a university near here. Yugo got completely drunk at a drinking party once, and so his little sister came to pick him up. I helped her bring him home that day. Mami-chan and I got along talking about Yugo. Meeting with a woman after what just happened yesterday made me a bit nervous, but if Yugo's sister says she wants to see me, then I hesitantly agreed to go. Alright, I'm a bit nervous, but I'll go.
It's fine, Haruyuki. I'll support you there.
Yeah, thanks, Yugo. Yugo's support gave me confidence, and so I decided not to run away and go. And then the day the singles party came. What?
Oh, it's Haruki-san. Wow, what a surprise. To think that we would run into each other at a place like this.
Hiroko-san, this can't be happening. Hiroko-san was one of the participants of today's singles party.
You two know each other?
Yeah, a bit. Hiroko-san was one of the members of the girls' side. Not only that, but the waitress, Karu-san, who was insulting me for that day, was there as well.
My friend couldn't come today, so she introduced these two to me. Thanks for coming today, Haruki-san.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for inviting me, Mami-san. Mami-san is a college student, and... Oh, I guess Hiroko-san and Karu-san were in college as well.
Are you right, Haruyuki?
Oh, yeah.
Running into each other at a place like this is fate, don't you think, Haruki-san? Karu and I work at the izakaya, and Haruki-san is one of our regulars there, so I'm surprised seeing you at these singles parties like this.
Oh, so that's the meaning of this.
Yeah. Hiroko-san and Karu-san were smiling like they always did at the izakaya. But now that I knew what they were really like, all I could do was try not to pass out.
My name is Hiroko Ito. Nice to meet you. I work part-time at the izakaya in front of the station. Maro.
Maro, huh?
The singles party started and we started doing self-introductions. I couldn't bring myself to look Hiroko-san in the eye though. Despite that, Hiroko-san would go out of her way to talk to me like she did the izakaya.
It feels like such a long time, Haruki-san. I got lonely since you haven't been coming to the izakaya recently.
Oh, yeah, I've been busy with work recently.
Is that so? You shouldn't push yourself too hard. Why don't you come see me from time to time to relax?
Okay.
It's not the same without you, Haruki.
Is that so? She's acting how like she usually acts at the izakaya. So that means that this is really all an act? I was stunned at how two-faced she was, which is when...
What's the matter, Haruki-san? It's not like you act so distant from me. You used to always come see me at the izakaya.
Yeah. There's no way I can keep going after I saw you call me your servant behind my back. Hiroko-san kept talking to me, and all I could do was try not to cry. Apparently, Mommy noticed and was looking at me with a worried face.
Do you feel ill or something, Haruki-san?
Huh?
Your face looks pale.
Hiroko-san instantly started looking worried as well.
Is that so? You shouldn't push yourself too hard if you feel sick.
Yeah, sorry. I think I'll go to the bathroom for a bit.
Okay.
Thanks, Mommy-chan. I'll use this opportunity to slip away. I couldn't stand being there a moment longer, so I fled to the bathroom. What should I do?
Haruki-san?
Hiroko-san? I came out of the bathroom with a sigh, which is when Hiroko-san approached me.
Hey, why are you avoiding me?
What should I do? She blocked my path! Hiroko-san had me cornered. She probably noticed that I was acting strange and started to get suspicious. That's why I decided just to tell her the truth. You were making fun of me behind my back, weren't you, Hiroko-san?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Don't act dumb. I overheard you and Karo-san talking behind the izakaya. You said that you only thought of me as your servant.
Oh.
That's when Hiroko-san stopped doing her dollish face, and instead started looking really annoyed.
Oh, so that's why you suddenly started acting different with me.
Acting different?
You came to the singles party because you knew I was coming, right? You're such a creep.
Aren't you the one who suddenly starts acting different? Not only that, but she was looking at me with eyes clearly full of disdain.
Ugh. So you were a stalker as well?
What? A stalker?
I mean, you knew I was coming to the singles party, right? You're such a pain. Maybe I should report you to the police.
But... I went pale, because now Hiroko-san thinks I'm a stalker, apparently. That's not the case. I just happened to be invited to the singles party as well.
Why are the people who fall in love with me so persistent? Well, I guess it's kind of my fault for being so popular with guys.
Popular with guys? You just trick people into thinking you're interested in them.
Huh?
She must not have liked how I made a retort and started looking even more annoyed.
I never did anything like that. It was such a pain to have to entertain you every day at the izakaya, you know?
So you were just doing it because you had to?
Yes. And you're an idiot for not noticing.
Being told what I already knew so directly only made me feel even more.
Hey, is something the matter, you two?
Oh, Yugo.
You guys were taking so long, I decided to check in on you guys.
We were just having a lively conversation. Sorry.
She switches to her fake self so naturally. So this is how she tricks people. The arrogant attitude she was taking towards me disappeared in an instant, and she was back to her bright and cheerful fake self. I couldn't help but let out a silent sigh.
Let's head to the after party.
We finished with the main event and left the restaurant. Sorry, I'm going to go home. I didn't want to be around Hiroko-san any longer than this. Yugo winked at me though and said,
It'll be alright. Just come with us.
Huh? Confused, I ended up letting Yugo drag me to the after party. This is Izakaya Maro, right?
We're going to go do the after party at our place.
Yeah, it came up during conversation earlier, so I thought we should go.
I was glad to be able to see the owner and his wife again, but more than that, I was baffled that Yugo chose to come here for our after party. Yugo opened the door and entered like it was something he always did.
Long time no see, owner.
Oh, Yugo! Nice to see you again.
Again? You two know each other, Yugo? Yugo turned around and gave me a smile as I stood there in surprise.
I used to work here when I was in college.
Really?
I used to go to a college near here and live nearby as well. I have so many memories of this place. Once I got a job and moved, I wasn't able to come a lot anymore though.
Oh, so that means you're a senpai at our part-time job then, Yugo-san.
Yeah, college students work part-time here a lot. Mommy goes to a college near here as well, which is why I thought that Mommy might know you two. I asked Mommy about it and she said that you guys were in different grade, but that one of her friends knew you too. That's why I had her bring you two to the singles party.
Bring us? Is there a reason?
Yugo ignored Hiroko-san and Karo-san's confused looks and said this to the owner and his wife.
These two were insulting Haruyuki, one of your regulars, behind his back. They even called him their servant or something.
What are you talking about?
Yugo suddenly told everyone what Hiroko-san and Karo-san were really like. Mami's-chan was shocked and looked at Hiroko-san with horror.
You called Haruki-san your servant. That's so mean!
Yeah, as someone who used to work here for years, I thought I had the responsibility to tell the owner about it. I heard how you insulted Haruyuki earlier, Hiroko-san. I already heard about what happened from Haruyuki, but to think that you were the evil woman that he was talking about.
You were listening?
Hiroko-san and Karo-san went pale at Yugo's words.
You called Haruyuki-kun a servant, Hiroko?
No! He was stalking me!
Hiroko-san panicked and pointed her finger at me.
I'm the victim here. It's all his fault.
Hold on, I never stalked you or anything. I panicked as well, being accused of something I didn't do in front of the owner and his wife. But then Yugo turned around and glared at Hiroko-san, saying,
Haruyuki's an important friend of mine. Because of what Hiroko did to him, he almost became one of those people who don't trust women. There's no way I can just stand by.
So that's why Haruko-san has been coming recently.
The owner and his wife got mad after hearing what Yugo had to say and looked at Hiroko-san.
Wait! You're going to believe Yugi-san over me?
Of course! Yugo worked incredibly hard for the store while he was here.
Iruki-kun contributed so much to the store. There's no way we're not going to believe him.
You must really trust Yugo.
Thanks, guys.
Not only that, but you've caused the store a lot of trouble, Hiroko.
Trouble?
Huh? What are you talking about? You've been giving our male customers suggestive attitudes and causing them trouble.
There were even people who came to complain about you, you know. You always said that you were the victim and we believed you. That's why whenever someone complained about you, we stood up for you.
But the truth was that Hiroko was seducing men by treating them like they were special, so that she could gain servants. But then when they fall in love with her and say that they want to have a relationship, she suddenly starts acting different and calls them a stalker.
Not only that, but you two were slacking off during work and instead insulting our customers behind the store?
We didn't do anything like that.
You still think you could talk your way out of this? I'm not going to forgive you for hurting one of our important customers.
I didn't mean to do anything like that. Right? Haruki-san?
Hiroko-san looked at me pleadingly, but after being insulted by her a second time at the store earlier, I had zero sympathy left for her. I was hurt. If you're saying that the attitude wasn't suggestive, then you should reflect on your actions. Playing with someone's feelings is an incredibly lousy thing to do.
But I thought it would be good if I had lots of fans.
That's called playing with people's feelings.
Doing something like that is obviously going to give people the wrong idea. It's not like you're an idol or anything. All of us were at a loss of words at how selfish and thoughtless Hiroko-san was. After that, Hiroko-san and Karo-san got fired from the izakaya, considering how much trouble they caused the store until now.
Owner, you can't just fire us like this. What are we supposed to do from now?
We can't get jobs at stores around here anymore since the customers spread bad rumors about us. What are we going to do, Hiruko? We aren't going to be able to pay our credit card bills if we don't get a job.
Apparently the two of them weren't able to find new jobs since they bought the hatred of too many people. It seems that the university heard about what they did as well, and it's affecting their chances of graduating and getting a job. I can't thank you enough for what you did, Yugo. You organized that singles party for me, right?
I didn't want you to stop wanting to have relations because of women like that. I'm just glad it didn't turn out that day. You see, Mommy's been saying that she wants to meet up again. Just the two of you this time.
Oh, Mommy-chan wants to see me. Wait, just the two of us?
Yeah, Mommy says that she fell in love with you that time you helped her bring me home when I got drunk. All the other colleagues just laughed except you, who got worried for me. Not only that, but you got word from Mommy-chan as well when she tried to bring me home on her own. Both me and her were really happy then.
Really?
Anyways, I arranged for you two to meet tomorrow. I already told the owner about it.
Already? But... Thanks, Yugo. It looks like I'm gonna be in Yugo's debt for a while.
My name is Sho Endo. I was the most plain-looking, unremarkable man in the company. But for the past year, I had been secretly in love with Akari Shinohara, who worked at the reception desk. Shinohara-san was elegant, kind, and the most popular person in the company. Truly a flower on a high peak. I thought someone like me had no chance with her, but I believed that at least falling in love was free. Yeah, just falling in love. Endo, you like Akari-chan from reception, don't you? Huh? What are you talking about? One day, during break time, Watanabe-kun, a colleague I found difficult because of his domineering attitude, somehow guessed the feelings I thought I'd kept secret. Huh? You think no one can tell? You're always staring at Akari-chan whenever you pass by reception. That's not... Your face is bright red and you're all flustered. It's so obvious. Indeed, I was completely thrown off by his sudden accusation about my unrequited love, and my face had turned embarrassingly red. Please keep this a secret. I gathered my courage and pleaded with Watanabe-kun, but there was no way someone who was already particularly mean to me would grant my wish. Endo, go confess to Akari-chan. Confess? No. We should get back to work. You too, Watanabe-kun. Let's get back to work. Just go do it. You're always going on about work this, work that. Love matters in the workplace too, you know. Besides, you're way too rigid. The boss isn't even watching us. Trust me and go seize your happiness, okay? I just want to work quietly. I was honestly annoyed at being suddenly pushed to confess, but Watanabe-kun just kept grinning no matter what I said. He's not gonna budge until I go confess. Oh, what should I do? My bad luck began when Watanabe-kun discovered my feelings. I guess I have no choice but to go. Shinohara-san is kind, so even if she rejects me, she won't say anything hurtful. Because Watanabe-kun was so persistent, I reluctantly went to confess to Shinohara-san. But what I faced was an unbelievable reality.
Huh? Did you just confess to me?
For a moment, I couldn't understand what she was saying. The elegant, kind, most popular Shinohara-san grimaced dramatically as she looked at me. This happened right after I went to her during break time, and made an extremely cliché confession. I like you. Please go out with me? Yeah. Did I just hear things? I was standing there in shock, but Shinohara-san piled on even more.
You've got to be joking. You want to date me? And who are you, anyway?
I'm Endo Sho from the business department.
I didn't ask you to introduce yourself. You're annoying.
Huh? Oh, this is so unreasonable. I only gave my name because she asked who I was. Wait, Shinohara-san is completely different from my image of her. I thought she was elegant, but she's just plain intimidating. Shinohara-san laughed mockingly at my confusion.
Ugh, this is the worst. Being confessed to by some nobody background character. It lowers my status. Let's pretend this never happened. I'm not the kind of person who talks to background characters.
Shinohara-san looked down on me completely before quickly walking away. So Shinohara-san was that kind of person. It seems the elegant, kind Shinohara-san I'd been watching all this time was just an illusion. I stood there in shock, stunned by her unexpectedly arrogant personality and the harsh words she had just said to me. Aw, you got rejected. Watanabe-kun. At that moment, Watanabe-kun, who had been watching from the shadows, appeared before me. With a snicker he couldn't hold back, he burst out laughing. Did you know Shinohara-san's personality and deliberately push me into this? What are you talking about? That was unfortunate. Not to think your beloved Akari-chan would say it's gross to be confessed to by a speck like you. She didn't say it like that. In front of the grinning Watanabe-kun, my unrequited love crashed down with a thunderous noise. The day after my confession, which received a shocking response from Shinohara-san, an even more terrible thing awaited me when I arrived at the office. He confessed to Shinohara-san, that Endo guy who you can barely tell is there?
That's totally impossible. Endo's doing things way above his station.
Huh? Is everyone gossiping about me? And they know I confessed to Shinohara-san? I frantically looked at Watanabe-kun, but he quickly averted his eyes. The only person who knew I confessed to Shinohara-san was Watanabe-kun. Could it be that he... At that moment, I noticed Shinohara-san passing by the sales department, looking at me with a smirk. Wait, did Shinohara-san spread this rumor? Then, Watanabe-kun approached me with a grin. Hey, what are you doing? What do you mean? Watanabe-kun, You're the one who pushed me to confess to Shinohara-san. Did I say something like that? Uh-huh. Oh, it's sad when someone blames others for being rejected. I'm not blaming. You got rejected because of your personality. Your confession scene was so terrible that it's become a rumor around the office. After being told all this, I was completely misunderstood by everyone as being a delusional guy who confessed, got rejected, and then lashed out.
Kun is the worst. I heard he one-sidedly confessed to Shinohara-san and then said he'd show up at her house if she didn't go out with him.
I definitely don't want to date someone who says things like that.
Everyone is completely misunderstanding me. Of course I never said anything like that to Shinohara-san. But as I stood there at a loss, Shinohara-san herself approached me and said,
Good morning.
Good morning. Shinohara-san, who came to us, showed no trace of yesterday's mean-spirited attitude. She was the kind and elegant Shinohara-san I had been secretly in love with. I was flustered when...
I actually need to talk to Watanabe-kun.
Uh-huh. Then, Watanabe-kun whispered in my ear as I stood there dumbfounded. Forgot to tell you, but Akari-chan and I are dating. Huh? Then why did you tell me to confess to her? Because I was bored. Plain guys like you should just quietly stay in the corner of the company. No. So it seems I had been set up. After my confession, Watanabe-kun and Shinohara-san had been spreading malicious rumors about me throughout the company. As a result, I was laughed at and looked down upon by others. I was already living with a narrow mind, but now it became even harder to stay at the company. What should I do? I never thought things would turn out like this. I can't stay at the company anymore. Just as my mind went blank, a woman in a suit appeared in front of Watanabe-kun and me.
What are you doing? We're in the middle of work hours.
Section Chief Yaguchi, I'm sorry. Her name was Shoka Yaguchi, and she had just transferred to our company this spring as our supervisor. But... Look, the plane squad is here again. Hey, Watanabe-kun, what are you saying? I'm just stating facts. Indeed, Section Chief Yaguchi had her hair pulled back tightly and wore glasses. Her expression was stern and she barely spoke to anyone, giving off a plain impression. But I was annoyed by Watanabe-kun's disrespectful attitude toward our supervisor, Section Chief Yaguchi. You can say whatever you want about me, but that's no way to speak to a supervisor. Huh? What are you saying? You trying to look cool now? You going after her next? No, that's not it. I got angry because you said something extremely rude. I was upset, but Watanabe-kun, who completely looked down on me, just kept grinning and wouldn't listen to anything I said. Next to him, Shinohara-san was also looking down on me and laughing where others couldn't see. I was shocked by being made fun of these two when...
Oh, my Endo-kun is so kind. I certainly can't be crushed in a place like this.
Section Chief? With those words, Section Chief Yaguchi removed her glasses and let her hair down. Huh?
She's beautiful.
In an instant, Section Chief Yaguchi transformed into an incredibly beautiful woman. Watanabe-kun and Shinohara-san, who witnessed this, as well as the surrounding employees, were all stunned.
I've always been told my appearance is too flashy, so when I transferred as a supervisor, I deliberately made myself look plain to give a more serious impression. But it seems I overdid it.
That Section Chief Yaguchi is such a beauty.
No way.
While Watanabe-kun and Shinohara-san were bewildered, Section Chief Yaguchi approached me. She said to me, who was also frozen in surprise,
I think Endo-kun is wonderful.
"Huh? Wonderful?"
You're serious about your work, always diligent and sincere. I have a good eye for these things, you know.
Wow, that makes me happy. I've always lived quietly in a corner of the office. Even when I achieved good results, I was compared to more flamboyant people and never got my moment in the sun. I couldn't help but blush. Seeing me like that, Section Chief Yaguchi smiled kindly.
I need to get back to reception.
Wait, Akari-chan. Shinohara-san left, looking frustrated for some reason, and Watanabe-kun hurriedly chased after her. I never imagined Section Chief Yaguchi would say she thinks someone like me is wonderful. Or maybe she just quickly defended me in that situation. Either way, it made me happy. I returned to work with a pounding heart. The next day, the office was buzzing again.
Hey, did you see that Section Chief Yaguchi is such a beauty? I had no idea.
I know, she might be the most beautiful in the company. Yeah, Section Chief Yaguchi is the best. That adult charm. I wouldn't mind being scolded by such a beauty. Section Chief Yaguchi is really popular now. I can understand why. She was plain before, but turned out to be such a beautiful person. As I headed to my desk, watching everyone around me become captivated by Section Chief Yaguchi. Uh-huh? Shinohara-san?
Endo-kun, I need to talk to you.
Somehow, I was being ambushed by Shinohara-san. No way! Shinohara-san ambushing me like this? What kind of strange wind is blowing?
Listen, you like me, right? Go out with me.
Huh? Me and Shinohara-san? Why, suddenly? I was startled by her abrupt words. Then Watanabe-kun, who overheard Shinohara-san's confession to me, was also shocked. Dating Endo? What are you saying, Akari-chan?
You already like me, right? But right now, I prefer Endo-kun.
What? Why, suddenly... Shinohara-san, you rejected me, right? And you said some pretty terrible things, too. But Shinohara-san showed me the charming smile I used to love and said,
I was just playing hard to get. I actually like Endo-kun all along, but I was embarrassed.
Would you say that even when you're embarrassed? Blushing and fidgeting before me, Shinohara-san left Watanabe-kun even more stunned.
Come on, let's date, because you like me, right?
Shinohara-san pressed in on me dreamily, but no, I'm no longer interested in you. I rejected her firmly.
No longer interested? What do you mean?
What do you mean? When I confessed to you, you said all sorts of terrible things and rejected me, right?
I didn't do anything like that.
Yeah, you did. You said you didn't want to date me, that's a joke, and being confessed to by some nobody background character that you can barely tell is there. It's fine to reject someone's confession, but I don't think you should say it like that. When I said this with a serious face, Shinohara-san turned pale. Plus, when I came to work the next day, rumors about my confession were spreading. You even made up lies saying I threatened if you don't go out with me, I'll show up at your house. And I never said such a thing.
That was Watanabe-kun spread those rumors.
Huh? Me? No, that was both of us.
I know nothing about it, and yet you blame me? That's terrible!
Shinohara-san even started fake crying. but I was no longer hesitant. Anyway, I'm no longer interested in Shinohara-san, not even a little bit.
Wait, you said it twice! Why?
Isn't it obvious? After being rejected so harshly and then having all sorts of rumors spread about me in the office and seeing the person herself smirking while looking at me. Most importantly, I was shocked to discover that Shinohara-san, who thought I was kind, was actually incredibly arrogant. I was honestly quite shocked. There's no way I could like Shinohara-san again after all that. As I answered dejectedly, the people around us started mumbling.
Wait, was that rumor false?
If it was a lie, that's terrible.
Watanabe-kun turned pale at the surrounding whispers, but Shinohara-san seemed completely furious and glared at me.
Huh? What are you saying? A plain guy like you has no right.
A plain guy has no right?
Shut up! Besides, the fact that an invisible background character like you can even talk to me should be considered a miracle, no?
She finally showed her true colors, making arrogant statements in front of everyone. The people around us were shocked by her behavior.
Hey, Watanabe, say something too!
Well, this is... Watanabe-kun seemed at a loss for words, perhaps because he was suddenly pulled into the conversation.
It's really annoying. Men who get full of themselves, how dare you even confess to me?
That's because Watanabe-kun kept pushing me to confess and I couldn't refuse.
I don't care. It's ridiculous that someone like me, a wonderful woman, would be confessed to by someone like you. You can't even do your job properly.
Huh? I can't do my job properly? I was shocked by this sudden insult.
Can't do their job? Who?
But at that moment, Section Chief Yuguchi, who had apparently been listening to this exchange, stepped between Shinohara-san and me.
What are you two doing instead of working? Learn from Endo-kun. Huh? Learn from him?
Section Chief Yuguchi praised me again. I was deeply moved, but Shinohara-san and Watanabe-kun, who had always looked down on me, were upset at being told to learn from me. They looked at each other and burst out laughing. It's impossible with this guy, Section Chief Yuguchi.
Impossible? Why is it impossible?
Because Endo is the most plain and unremarkable person in the company. Section Chief Yuguchi, you've just transferred from headquarters. You might not know, but this guy is so plain, you can barely tell if he's there. He's called Endo, the guy you can't even tell if he's there or not.
I guess he's famous in a way, isn't he?
Watanabe-kun and Shinohara-san burst into laughter again. But Section Chief Yuguchi maintained a serious expression and said,
So what?
So what?
So what if he's plain and unremarkable? I'm telling you to learn from Endo-kun's work ethic. You two don't take your job seriously enough. Watanabe-kun, you spend every day barely working, looking down on others and making sarcastic remarks. If you want to relieve stress, do it somewhere else.
Somewhere else?
And Shinohara-san, you barely do your job at reception. You flirt with employees all day and make constant mistakes. I hear you get scolded by the general affairs manager every day. How do you know?
Section Chief Yuguchi mercilessly pointed out the daily failings of Watanabe-kun and Shinohara-san, who had been laughing. I and the other employees could only watch with our mouths hanging open.
What do you two come to the company for? It doesn't seem like you're here to work.
We do work properly.
Yes, we're not slacking off. Your work attitudes have become an issue with upper management. What? An issue? Of course. Did you think the supervisors weren't watching?
Watanabe-kun and Shinahara-san turned increasingly pale as Chief Yaguchi revealed the shocking truth.
The company has been too lax with education lately. It's concerning.
After saying this, Section Chief Yaguchi looked around at the sales department staff.
All of you, instead of spreading silly rumors, get to work. Eno-kun always prioritizes work no matter what. Yet you all just gossip. I'm not asking you to overwork yourselves, but please at least do the work you're paid for.
Yes, ma'am.
At Section Chief Yaguchi's words, everyone straightened their backs. Section Chief Yaguchi was said to be plain and unremarkable when she first arrived, but she'd been watching the employees carefully.
Eno-kun?
Yeah.
You, in particular, never engage in idle talk and always face your work seriously and steadily complete it. Your interactions with clients are also excellent. You're actually highly regarded.
Really? Is that so?
Your previous supervisor doesn't seem to have properly evaluated your strengths. I'll mention it to management. Look forward to your next evaluation.
Yes, thank you very much. Being recognized for my work for the first time, I felt happier than ever before. Later, when the personal evaluations came out, Watanabe-kun and Shinahara-san received the lowest ratings from their respective supervisors. Given that they had been neglecting their work, they were further reprimanded, and the fact that Shinahara-san was easily rejected by me, along with their unprofessional rumors, became known throughout the company.
Hey, did you hear? That receptionist Shinahara was rejected by Eno-kun from the sales department.
What? Wasn't Eno-kun famous for being so plain you could barely tell if he was there?
But I heard his personal evaluation was really good this time. He might be the company's top rising star.
Huh? Is that what they're saying about me?
And you know what? Watanabe-kun and Shinahara-san broke up.
Ah, that worst couple in the company? I'm glad they broke up.
Meanwhile, it seems Watanabe-kun and Shinahara-san, who'd been dating, broke up after this whole incident because things became awkward between them.
Those two were terrible, saying nasty things to people around them, interfering with work, pulling others down.
And this time their evaluations were the lowest and they got reprimanded.
That's only natural. They weren't doing any work at all.
Unable to bear the rumors, Watanabe-kun and Shinahara-san eventually quit the company.
Eno-kun? No, Section Chief Endo. You've improved your performance again. That's amazing.
Department Head Yaguchi, it's all thanks to your guidance. Under the guidance of the hardworking Department Head Yaguchi, I continued to improve my performance and got promoted. I transformed from being the company's #1 unremarkable man to the #1 high-performing man.
Hey,
Department Head?
to celebrate your promotion, would you like to go out for drinks tonight? Just the two of us?
Just the two? I'd love to. After that, Department Head Yaguchi and I, who had feelings for each other, began dating.
Hey, Hitoshi, you haven't been cleaning the house recently, have you?
I thought so too. The rooms are so dirty after all.
I've been busy with work. I'll clean it once I get home today.
No, clean the house now.
I think I'm going to get an asthma attack living in such a dirty house.
Why don't you do it yourself? Fine, I'm gonna use the vacuum cleaner, so go to another room.
Make sure to do it properly, alright? I'm going to check once you're done.
My name is Satoshi Shibata. I live with my mother-in-law, Kemi, and her son, Junya. My father runs a small company and spends over half his time overseas. He only comes home a few times each year. The mother who gave birth to me left when I was in middle school. I don't know why exactly, though. After that, it was just me and my father, plus a helper who would do the laundry and cooking. The helper was my current mother-in-law, Kemi. They got married when I was in high school. At first, I was relieved having such a friendly and helpful person as my mother-in-law. Both my father and her had gotten divorced once before, and I was going to get a new stepbrother. I was looking forward to the four of us getting along, but reality wasn't that easy. My mother-in-law started showing her true self when she got married to my father.
Wash the dishes and take out the trash, Hitoshi.
The show's about to start, Mom.
Yes, hold on.
I have a shift at my part-time job after this, though.
Are you complaining?
No? She and her son took advantage of the fact that my father was abroad most of the time and started treating me like a servant. At first, they only made me do the cleaning, which I tried as much as possible to do on my own anyways. But then they started making me do everything, including cooking and laundry. Even if I was just a high schooler, I was still busy with my studies and at my part-time job. Whenever I tried to get them to help a bit, they would just ignore me. They made me do all the household chores while they just watched TV or played video games. They always make me do everything. By the time I was in my second year of high school, it was starting to affect my grades. I don't want to make my father worry though, which is why I didn't say anything. After coming home from school, I would do the housework and spend the rest of my time doing homework for school. That was my daily routine at the time. What I couldn't forgive the most, though, was having to pretend. Even though they always just make me do the housework, they would pretend to be a good family, only when my father came home.
I heard you were going to come home, Manuba-san, so I made a hamburger steak. You like the hamburger steak I make, right?
Wow, thanks. The hamburger steak you make is delicious, Akemi.
My dad would just eat the food she made for him looking incredibly happy.
Would you like some beer, Father? I'll pour you some.
Oh, thanks.
Junya and Akemi would always act like this whenever my father was home. I'm surprised my father didn't notice anything considering how over the top their acting was. I would always just eat my food in silence.
How's school?
It's fun. My grades are alright, I guess.
Hitoshi is a hard worker after all. He's always studying, so I make him snacks from time to time, right?
Huh? Snacks? Not once has she done anything like that.
He helps me with my studies as well, right, brother?
Yeah. He usually never calls me brother. It made me sick having to pretend to get along with him whenever my dad came home. A few years passed. I was now a college student. The harassment only got worse from there.
Hey, there isn't anything in the refrigerator. Make sure to buy the things we need before we get back, alright?
Huh? But you didn't give me any money.
Use the money you get from your part-time job. We can barely get by as it is, which is why we don't have any money to use on your living expenses. Understood?
But I already can only barely get by.
We aren't handing any money to you.
What he said. Anyways, let's go out for dinner.
Because of their harassment, I had to pay for my own living expenses with the money I earned from working part-time. Looks like I have to do more shifts. Dad pays for my tuition, which is why I can continue going to school. But the money Dad gives to my mother-in-law is almost all used on Akemi and Junior's leisure. At least Dad pays for my tuition. I became so worn out that was all I could think of my situation. It wasn't all bad though, since there were people I could rely on.
Hi, Hitoshi-kun. We came to see you.
You don't look well. Are you alright?
I'm fine. Those two are just being a pain as usual.
They said something to you again? Did you retaliate?
I couldn't be bothered.
You can't just let them get away with it. Making those who hurt you pay is a law of nature.
What kind of world do you live in now?
Well, our house does follow the law of the jungle.
Yeah, I guess we just naturally became trained at stuff like that.
How reliable. These two energetic people are Kenji and Nanao. Kenji is my classmate from high school, and Nanao is his little sister. When I was in high school, being at home was a pain, which is why I would often go to Kenji's house. I started getting along with Nanao as well, and here we are today. They understand my situation at home well, and often come to see me like this to make me feel better.
That reminds me, I made cookies, so let's eat them together.
Thanks, Nanao.
They were easy to make, so I thought I would make some since I had some time.
Your cookies are always delicious, Nanao. I can't wait.
So that means you have to pay for your own living expenses with the money you earn from working part-time?
Yeah, we're supposed to be receiving money to pay for our living expenses for my dad, though.
They'll probably use it all for themselves.
You think so too?
Yeah. I mean, the number of brand items in this house has clearly increased since the last time we came.
I thought so too. That coat over there is really expensive, right?
But I don't have any way of knowing for sure.
You should talk to your dad about this. This has gone way too far already.
You're right. I'll talk to him about it the next time he comes home. A few months after having this conversation from now, Dad returned to Japan. As usual, Junya and my mother-in-law began their over-the-top acting.
Welcome back, Manuba-san. Here, we bought this for you since you're always working so hard.
Thanks. Wow, a necktie. I'll wear it to work for tomorrow.
We all went out to decide a gift for you.
We? They didn't even tell me anything about this.
I had no idea you guys bought a gift for me. I'm such a happy man. Thank you guys so much.
My father looked truly happy when he said that. It made it difficult for me to tell him the truth. If I just bear with it a bit longer, my dad will remain happy. Just bear with it a bit longer. I ended up thinking that to myself.
Anyways, I see you came home a lot faster than usual, Dad.
Yeah, I'm thinking of starting a new company, you see, and I returned to discuss the matter with some executives.
A new company? That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm thinking of putting Hitoshi or Junya in charge one day. So you two work hard, alright?
Yep, we will. There's no way I'm going to let Hitoshi become the CEO.
Of course. You're a much better candidate for the job than him.
If only Hitoshi would disappear. I know!
You're a genius.
I know, right? Let's set the plan in motion right away.
I'm going to be in charge of Dad's company one day, huh? I am the older one, so it's more likely that it's going to be me, I think. I should start learning about business. I started studying business so that I could be ready to take on my father's company. I did some research and found some seminars that even college students could take, and I gradually started becoming interested in the topic. A year passed since Dad told us the news. I graduated from college and found a job. The place I started working at was an insurance company, and I planned to gain experience I needed as a working adult there.
Oh, there he is. Hitoshi-kun.
Sorry for calling you guys to help on a weekend.
Don't worry about it. Anyways, congratulations on finally moving out.
Yeah, I couldn't bear living there any longer.
Let's celebrate once we're finished unpacking.
Good idea. Let's go drinking somewhere.
I want to go to an Odin shop.
You sound like an old man, brother.
I moved out of my parents' house after I graduated and found the job. I was sick of having to deal with my stepmother and stepbrother's harassment, and I thought that I should become independent now that I was going to be a working adult. Kenji and Nao helped me with the moving that day.
Finally, we're done.
Thanks, guys. Now I can start anew.
Let's go drinking then.
Yes? What is it?
I'm at the airport right now and I'll be back tomorrow. Come to the house.
Did something happen?
You should know the answer to that question. We're gonna have a talk once I get home.
My dad sounded mad for some reason. The call ended after I gave a half-hearted reply. What does he mean we're going to have a talk? I have a bad feeling about this. The next day, I was told something unbelievable. I went to my parents' house still confused, and for some reason, Junya and my mother-in-law looked like they were trying to hold back their laughter. What did you want to talk about?
It looks like you've been causing Akemi and Junya trouble, Hitoshi.
Huh?
You spent almost all the money I gave you guys for the living expenses for your own amusement, right?
What are you talking about? There's no way I would do something like that.
Liar. Look at how much brand items there are in this house. These are all things Hitoshi brought.
We almost started that because brother wouldn't give us any money.
This can't be happening. I was so stunned at the sudden turn of events that I couldn't say anything.
Is this true?
No! They're the ones who were wasting all the money you gave us.
What proof do you have saying something like that?
Yeah, there's no way you're gonna become the CEO of father's company being such a spendthrift.
Wait, so is that what they were trying to do? They set me up. I denied the accusations, but I was at a disadvantage since it was 2-on-1. I was at a loss for words, when suddenly I heard a voice coming from outside the living room window.
Hold on! Hitoshi didn't do anything wrong.
Don't just barge in like that now.
Kenji Nanao?
We're Hitoshi's friends. We overheard the conversation you guys were having. Hitoshi's telling the truth.
What do you mean?
We've seen how much Hitoshi had to go through because of these two.
Nonsense! She's lying, of course. Show them the proof, Hitoshi.
Yeah, here. At Kenji's words, I took out my phone and showed them a picture. In it was Junior and my stepmother exiting a famous brand shop carrying paper bags in both hands.
What is this?
I'm the one who should be asking that question, Akemi.
No, there was no reason for this.
Stop lying. I've been wasting the money Dad gave us for years now doing stuff like this.
Explain yourselves, Akemi Jr.
The two of them weren't able to say anything in response. I looked at Nanao and Kenji and did a victory pose with my eyes. Nanao still had more to say though.
Hitoshi-kun wasn't able to receive any money for his living expenses, which is why he had to support himself with part-time jobs. And when he was in high school, he was made by these two to do all of the housework. Me and my brother saw it with our own eyes.
Nanao.
Ugh. That's why you always ask me for more money, saying that it wasn't enough. Sorry for doubting you, Hitoshi. I'm such a terrible father doubting my own son.
It's fine, as long as you understand the truth now.
You two probably already understand, but I don't trust you two anymore. I'm going to get my lawyer to arrange a divorce. You two leave.
You're kidding, right? Let's calm down just a bit. Getting divorced is...
I am calm. I don't intend on forgiving you two for what you did to my son.
What? And your new company is...
I'm going to have Hitoshi take over, of course. You two aren't family anymore. Get out of my sight.
But...
Junior and my stepmother were forced to leave, and things finally became peaceful. I found out later on that the two of them were forced to give back the money they spent, not a yen to spare. I don't know how long it's going to take for them, but I'm sure it's an amount that will force them to work like horses. Apparently, my dad and stepmother's divorce became official a few days later. Dad came to apologize to me again for doubting me. Not having to see the two of them ever again was amazing news for me.
I officially got divorced with Akemi. I'm so sorry.
It's fine, I'm already over it. And even though I did have to go through hard times, at least I had good friends.
Yeah, you should take good care of them.
After my dad officially got divorced, I changed jobs and joined his company. My plan was to work there for a few years before being promoted to CEO. It was hard at first. My dad's company belonged to a completely different industry, but I started getting used to it since the employees were all good people. There were still a lot of things I needed to learn before I became CEO. A few weeks after Junior and my stepmother left, I asked Nanao to go to the aquarium with me. I remember her saying that she wanted to go sometime, and I thought that would be good since I also wanted to thank her for standing up for me that day. Nanao, over here!
Sorry, I'm late.
It's fine, I just got here as well.
Still, it's not like you to go to the aquarium like this so suddenly.
You said you wanted to go, right?
You remembered?
Yeah, I wanted to thank you for the other day as well.
Don't worry about it. I'm just glad I was able to help you.
Let's have fun today.
You didn't invite my brother.
Oh, yeah, he said he was busy. He probably got the idea and turned down for my sake. Good friends really are the best. I should thank him the next time we meet. The two of us walking around the aquarium might have looked like a couple. Just having Nanao next to me made my heart beat faster. I felt something special towards Nanao for a while now, but I couldn't tell if it meant that I liked her in a romantic sense, which is why I decided to ask her to go to the aquarium with me and see how I felt then. Thanks again for the other day. It's thanks to you guys that it's just me and my dad again.
I'm glad. Both me and my brother always wanted to support you.
You guys thought that way of me?
Of course. You're my brother's friend, after all.
Is that the only reason?
Huh? What do you mean?
I like you, Nanao. Will you go out with me?
Really? I thought you only thought of me like a little sister.
I don't. Sorry if I gave you the wrong idea.
I'm so glad. I always liked you as well, Hitoshi. I look forward to it.
So that's a yes?
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Thanks, Nanao. That's how the two of us started going out. Kenji was really happy when we told him the news. I even got a bit embarrassed. I'm incredibly lucky having a wonderful friend and a wonderful girlfriend. I plan on working even harder from now on. A few years passed since then, and the three of us were still like before. We still get together like we always did and have fun talking about stupid stuff.
Wasn't that lovely? Like and subscribe for more videos. See you again!